Athens is a city with an ancient tradition of hospitality and interculturalism. But with the unparalleled migratory influx of the recent years, the city is seeking new solutions for integration.
We start facing serious issues with refugee flows since August of 2015, where our city had to decide to take measures, and now we're trying to develop a strategy on integration, including integration through the labour market.
Facing serious migrant reception and integration challenges, Athens joined Cities Grow project to get fresh insights on migrant integration from its partner and mentor, the city of Munich.
The mentoring methodology is based on the principle that cities can learn from one another if they exchange information and go and look at different projects.
They began this learning process in Munich during a study visit. As a mentor, Munich introduced Athens to their achievements in this field.
In this project, we have introduced a study visit, which is a visit by the learning city, if you like, the implementing city, to the mentoring city. So here Athens has come to Munich.
For us it is always very important to be in a constantly dialogue with other cities in Europe.
With more than 1.5 million inhabitants, Munich, the capital of Bavaria, is one of the 3 biggest cities in Germany. 43% of Munich's population has a migrant background, one of the highest rates in the country. In 2015, out of 1.1 million refugees who came to Germany, 21,000 arrived in Munich, forcing the city to adopt emergency measures.
Things changed a bit in the last maybe year or year and a half, because now we don't have this focus on housing and shelters anymore, but it's more the focus of offering people educational programs, offering them qualification, so they can get into the labor market or into educational processes.
To get a wide view of Munich's work, Athens met a range of actors who are working with businesses and in education to improve migrant integration in the labour force. The Mentor City also presented its master plan for refugees, a strategic document driving the work of the municipality regarding reception and integration of refugees. Visiting a social cooperative which provides cultural activities, counselling and housing, Athens observed how a city can be enabler for civil society initiatives. At Schule, they saw how a school can supplement young people's education with training programs designed to shepherd them into the labour market.
This is not so easy because they don't speak any German in the beginning. So first of all, it's not German. First of all, it's strengthening their identity, and then they learn very quickly. And they do it in the time of 2-3 years.
After a very fruitful visit, Athens left full of ideas about applying these principles in its own context.
I was really impressed by the magnitude of actions that Munich has set up to action, which is something that we really need to see how it works and to bring it to our, let's say, size and needs.
A few months later, the team met again, this time in Athens, to have a concrete look at the municipality's situation and to help Athens develop an action plan.
In the current reality, we are facing an increase in flows without having, again, the appropriate capacity to respond to that need. So again, we are slowly coming back to a situation of emergency, but in the same time we have now a stable population of refugees who has been established in Athens, and we need to work also with them in the questions of integration.
It became obvious very quickly that despite not having competence in the field as a municipality, Athens had already managed to achieve a great deal, coming up with solutions to tackle the challenges it had to face since 2015.
We are developing slowly language courses and also multicultural activities for youngsters and children. And we will have a small pillar of activities concerning employability and access to the labour market.
They have been doing actions, they have been dealing with the issue of refugees arriving in the city and having to integrate them in some way, so having to deal with this population for several years now.
But Athens wants to go further and become the example-setting Greek municipality when it comes to integration of migrants, especially into the labour market. To this end, they used Cities Grow to present their initiatives and to hear from both Munich and the Cities Grow expert about what the next steps could be.
I'm really impressed from the style of work here, how they managed to create a really innovative strategy to involve NGOs and other institutions.
Athens' ambitions are reflected in the action plan developed throughout the project. A large group of partners will work holistically with the municipality to bring these actions into life.
So for them, the purpose of the action plan was partly to get recommendations for more actions they could do, but more importantly to create almost a template of good practice standards for Athens as a municipality, but also for other municipalities who are now also considering labour market integration.
The action plan that was the result of this visit is actually a guide for us to start redesigning and rethinking the way that we approach the matter of integration, especially concerning the integration for migrants and refugees through labour market.
The project pushed both cities to re-examine their practices and stimulated inspiration, innovation and integration.
The cooperation between Athens and Munich has been great. Munich has said from the first participation that they wanted to learn as well as to help Athens understand how they had approached the issue of labour market integration in Munich.
It's a partnership on the same level. We are not, like I first thought, mentor and mentee, but we really learn from each other.
Some of the proposals we might write in this action plan could also be useful to bring it back home to Munich and to set it in our master plan we did for refugees.
For a municipality like Munich to acknowledge that we are doing something good, even in a bit of amateur context, if you want, for us it's important and it gives us courage to continue.